And finally, we've reached joint variation. Joint variation, the bold print there, you'll see the term, the vocabulary where it says varies jointly. So some variable, some dependent variable varies jointly as the variables x and y. So once again, and you'll see in the example below, we've got that v is equaling k times length times width times height, which is some variation of the volume formula. So we will look at an example. The example states that the cost of insulating a ceiling of a house varies jointly as the thickness of the insulation and the area of the ceiling. So we know that the cost, which we will call C, varies jointly, so K, and we will use A and T, A to represent the area of the ceiling and T to represent the thickness of the insulation. So it costs $1,750 to insulate a 2,100 square foot ceiling. So K times 2,100. And the thickness is 4. We divide both sides by whatever 2,100 times 4 is. And we get our value for K, which in this case ends up being a decimal value, but I'm going to use the fractional value of 5/24. I'm going to show you a quick little trick with your graphing calculator. So we're at our graphing calculator. I'm just going to show you the calculation. So I've got 1,750, and that is going to be divided by, and I have to put in parentheses, the calculation of 2,100 times 4. And I make sure I put it in parentheses so that order of operations will do it in the correct order. Hit enter. And like I said, it gives me a big decimal value. I can convert that to a fraction, though. If I go to my math functions, I can take the value and turn it into a fraction. I select 1 and then hit enter. And that's how I got 5/24. So back to our worksheet, we can state that C equals 5/24 times A times T. So now it wants to know to find what it will cost to insulate a 2,400 square foot ceiling with 6 foot thick insulation. So the cost is going to be 5/24 times 2,400 times 6. So conveniently 24 goes into 2,400 100 times, and 100 times 5 times 6 is 3,000. So the cost is $3,000.